Tonight on SUTV News, wildfires across California burn millions of acres of land, and SHIP moves up in rankings for being one of the best schools to go to in the Northeast. All that and more right here on SUTV. Shippensburg University moved up 12 spots on the best college list and now ranks 88th in the northern region. SUTV's Brianna Webb has more.
Announced this week, Shippensburg University ascends their spot for World Report's best college rankings in 2020. Shippensburg increases from 100th to 88th place on the best college list in the regional area of universities. Shippensburg also increases from 27th to 25th place for being one of the top public schools in the northern area. Shippensburg is being recognized for the increase in enrollment as well as their wide range of awards presented to the university over the past few years. The university is also known for its many undergraduate programs to prepare students for future careers with class-based hands-on experiences and endless internship possibilities. SHIP's graduate program allows students to dive deeper into their career field while earning their master's degree. The future of Shippensburg University can be seen to have exceptional uprisings in the upcoming years. We all look forward to experiencing what SHIP will accomplish. This is Brianna Webb, SUTV News.
Hurricane Sally has been slowly tearing its way through the Gulf and lower East Coast this week. SUTV's Adam Beam has the story.
Just when you thought 2020 couldn't get any worse, another tropical storm is set to batter the Gulf Coast and lower United States as Hurricane Sally has made landfall. The National Hurricane Center warns of historic flooding in the next few days. David Morgan, sheriff of Florida's Escambia County, warned that, quote, "We anticipate the evacuations could literally be in the thousands," as he discussed rescue attempts in flooded areas. As Sally moves at a pace of 3 miles per hour, areas like the Gulf Shores could see 24 to 35 inches of rain when all this is over, while rainfall totals of 10 to 35 inches are possible from Mobile Bay to Tallahassee, Florida. Mandatory evacuations are being ordered for much of the coast and low-lying areas from Mississippi to Florida. National Hurricane Center Director Ken Graham is quoted as saying, "Nothing is going to go away anytime soon. The winds, the torrential rainfall, the slow movement, and the storm surge. This is a dangerous situation all around." Sally is the 4th hurricane to make landfall in the U.S. this year, which is the most by this point in a year since 2004, as well as being the 8th named storm to make landfall in the U.S., which is the most by September 16th on record. From SUTV News, I'm Adam Beam.
This past Sunday, protests broke out in Lancaster, Pennsylvania following the death of Ricardo Munoz at the hands of police. SUTV's Adam Beam has the story.
The past several months have proven to be an unprecedented time of social unrest, and this past weekend tensions escalated even further, and this time it hit even closer to home as protests erupted following the shooting death of Ricardo Munoz at the hands of Lancaster police. The incident occurred Sunday with a 911 call reporting a domestic disturbance. When officers arrived on the scene, they found Munoz in an aggressive altercation with his mother, and it ended with Munoz being shot several times as he attempted to charge the officers with a knife. Following the shooting, protesters began to gather outside the Lancaster police station as the ensuing protests led to the arrest of 8 individuals and a damage to the police station as well as a U.S. Postal Service building. The 8 who were arrested currently face charges including arson, institutional vandalism, riot, failure to disperse, and obstructing highways and other public passages. In a quote from Lancaster Mayor Deneen Sarache, "This has been a heartbreaking day for our city. I grieve for the loss of life and know that there are more questions to be answered as the investigation continues." As of right now, the investigation is ongoing as the police department looks into the officer and whether all training guidelines were followed. The death, however, is currently ruled as a homicide. For SUTV News, I'm Adam Beam.
In California, over 6,000 homes have been destroyed due to one of the worst years for wildfires. SUTV's Tyler Danson has more.
Thousands of first responders across California are battling fires that seem to have no end in sight.
We went for more than 50 hours straight, no sleep, just going from fire to fire to fire.
In one of the worst years for wildfires, over 3 million acres of land have been burned, and that number continues to grow. 14 fires are currently ablaze, forcing millions of residents to retreat from their homes. Firefighters are concerned, however, because they might lose containment of the inferno.
With the size of the fire, yes, as the fire grows, the containment could drop. And that's because the fire does not, it's dynamic and it keeps growing, but it doesn't stay still.
Despite the struggles in containing the blazes, President Trump praised first responders for their heroic actions at a campaign rally in Nevada.
My administration is closely coordinating with the state and local leaders, with the governor, and we thank the more than 28,000 firefighters and first responders courageously braving the danger and the lives.
President Trump met with Governor Newsom on Monday about the situation in California, saying that climate change is not the cause of increase in wildfires, and that, quote, "I don't think science actually knows." As of September 17th, the West Coast wildfires have claimed the lives of 20 individuals, and search and rescue crews are still trying to locate over a dozen more. From SUTV News, I'm Tyler Danceson.
Recently, a judge ordered Tom Wolf's COVID-19 restrictions to be unconstitutional amid a federal ruling. SUTV's Nolan Hoffman has the story.
Governor Tom Wolf's pandemic restrictions that required people to stay at home, place size limits on gatherings, and order non-life-sustaining businesses to shut down are unconstitutional, a federal judge ruled on Monday, according to 6abc.com. U.S. District Judge William Stickman, who was appointed by President Donald Trump, sided with plaintiffs that included hair salons, drive-in movie theaters, a farmer's market vendor, a horse trainer, and several Republican office holders in their lawsuit against Wolf, who was in fact a Democrat, and his health secretary. The Wolf administration's pandemic policies have been overreaching and arbitrary and violated citizens' constitutional rights, Stickman wrote in his ruling, according to 6ABC. After the decision came out, Governor Wolf's press secretary, Lindsey Kensinger, said, quote, "This decision is especially worrying as Pennsylvania and the rest of the country are likely to face a challenging time with the possible resurgence of COVID-19 and the flu in the fall and winter." On Tuesday, Governor Wolf also took to Twitter to defend his decision on the restrictions during the pandemic. The ruling means that current restrictions, including ones that limit the size of indoor and outdoor gatherings, cannot be enforced, according to attorney Thomas W. King III, who represented the plaintiffs. Wolf spokesman Lindsey Kensinger said the administration will seek delayed enforcement of the ruling while it appeals. With SUTV News, I'm Nolan Huffman.
On Tuesday, President Donald Trump appeared in a town hall on ABC facing undecided voters. SUTV's Nolan Hoffman has the latest.
President Donald Trump denying he minimized the threat of the coronavirus as he came face-to-face with undecided voters at a socially distanced town hall in Philadelphia.
Well, I didn't downplay it. I actually, in many ways, I upplayed it in terms of action. My action was very strong. Yeah, because what I did was with China, I put a ban on. With Europe, I put a ban on. And we would have lost thousands of more people had I not put the ban on.
But that's not what Trump privately told journalist Bob Woodward in March.
I wanted to always play it down. I still like playing it down.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't want to create a panic.
As the United States hit 195,000 coronavirus deaths, the president once again taking no responsibility for the United States' excessively high death toll and case count.
Deaths if we didn't close out the country. So you regret nothing? Close it? No, I think we did a great job.
As the president holds crowded indoor campaign events without requiring masks, Trump deflecting and basically questioning the effectiveness of masks.
They said at the Democrat convention they're going to do a national mandate. They never did it because they've checked out and they didn't do it. And a good question is you ask, like Joe Biden, they said, we're going to do a national mandate on masks. Now, there is, by the way, a lot of people don't want to wear masks. There are a lot of people think the masks are not good.
While Joe Biden has called for a national mask mandate, he doesn't have the authority to put one in place. The Democratic presidential nominee tweeting, "To be clear, I am not currently president." Trump focused on wishful thinking, falsely claiming the coronavirus will just disappear.
It's going to disappear. I still say, if we don't take it, you'll develop like a herd mentality. It's going to be herd developed, and that's going to happen. That will all happen. But with the vaccine, I think it will go away very quickly.
But health experts say developing a vaccine does not necessarily mean the pandemic will immediately end.
And everyone is sort of banking on the idea of the vaccine, which, you know, there's optimism around that.
It's not going to flip a switch somehow, and we still have to do things in this country to save as many lives as we can. I mean, we keep talking about this as if it were in the past tense. We're still very much in this.
At the town hall, Trump also fielded questions on major voting issues from health care to his recent comments on the military, immigration, and racial injustice and the tension plaguing the country. With SUTV News, I'm Nolan Huffman.
And finally tonight, this is a deal that is truly dynamite. You could be the new owner of a Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton. All you need is about $6 to $8 million bucks, and Stan the T-Rex can be yours. He's an oldie but a goodie, and I do mean old. Stan walked the earth some 67 million years ago. Now his skeleton will be displayed at Christie's in New York before he's auctioned off on November 6th. On October 6th. Can we start over, please? I'm so sorry. My bad.
What did you say?
I said November 6th. Sorry, my bad. Sorry! I said sorry! Okay. Do I just start whenever?
Ready?
Yeah. And finally tonight, this is a deal that is truly dynamite. You could be the new owner of a Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton. All you need is about $6 to $8 million bucks, and Stan the T-Rex can be yours. He's an oldie but a goodie, and I do mean old. Stan walked the earth some 67 million years ago. Now his skeleton will be displayed at Christie's in New York before he's auctioned off on October 6th. He's a big fella though, so make sure you have the room. Stan is 13 feet tall, 14 feet long, and made up of 188 bones. Make no bones about it, he's quite the looker, as one of the largest and most complete T-Rex skeletons in the world. The first of Stan's bones were found in parts of Montana, North and South Dakota, and Wyoming in 1987 by, you guessed it, a guy named Stan, an amateur paleontologist. Scientists have been studying him for the past 2 decades, and now it's time for him to go to his forever home. And with that, we'll be signing off tonight from this episode of SUTV News. I'm Bailey Cassada. Make sure you follow SUTV News on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SUTV News for all the latest in breaking news. And check out our website at sutvnews.org. Have a great weekend, everyone.